so much. I just love everybody, and I thought I was going to really be nervous until I just realized who's here. And it's just, there's so much love, I can't even express my gratitude. I'm going to read this because I'm worried I might cry. Since my mom passed, so many people have shared memories of her with me and with us. She touched so many lives until literally the last days. In talking about my mom with people from many, many different times throughout her life, over and over the same words are being said. Words like fierce, as in fiercely loyal, fiercely protective, fiercely loving. Words like amazing, strong, vibrant, nurturing, mom. In that, she felt like everybody's mom, and story after story, many of those stories, amazingly, I've never heard until now. But one that really stands out and resonates deeply with me came from Elliot Arrowd, and the word is immortal. When I was growing up, and this is very embarrassing to say, it is that until I was about 12 years old, I didn't realize women died. It just never occurred to me that a woman died. With a mom such as mine, who was so strong and so present, it just never occurred to me, and more specifically, that my mother could ever die. Yet here we are. But you know what? I still think my mom's immortal. The reason I think this is because of the impact she had on my life, my children's lives, my brother, my sister, his children, friends, all of you, and many who couldn't but wanted to be with us today. All the buzz in the world of psychology today is about mindfulness and mindful presence. On this subject, my mother was far ahead of her time. When she was with you, she was with you. Wherever she was, she made the most of it and was so fully present in her life. Almost 6 years ago, after we had gotten her settled into the nursing home, she and I were sitting outside in the sunshine, which she loved to do. She seemed to be taking stock. Her instructions to me that day were, when I go, cremate me, take me to Johnsonville to be with your daddy, and y'all have a service and a party and sit around and make up a bunch of stories and lies about me. Well, we've been to Johnsonville and now we're here. And I can assure you, and I know that you all know who knew her, that there is really no need to make up anything. We don't need to make up stories or tell any kind of lies. There are plenty of true stories. I'm going to tell you a few in a moment. These stories are my way of thinking, and are part of her immortality. My mom impacted people in some unusual ways. Over 10 years ago, she broke her hip. Statistically, for most widows her age, the next step is the nursing home or death. But not only did Mom fully rehabilitate, she went out and got herself a job refilling syrup, jam, and get this, hostessing at the Waffle House near her home, where she had been spending some time, and they truly got to know her. Now think about that a second, truly. When's the last time you saw a hostess at the Waffle House? They don't have them. When she finally did go to the nursing home, and they paid her too, by the way. When she did go to the nursing home, my mom's presence at Heartland was no different than her presence in her family, with us at Park Circle, in our community, in elementary school, high school, her friendships and clubs. She didn't go to the nursing home to die. She went there to live. She became the bingo champion, beloved friend, and an inspiration to many. Our family was routinely instructed by her to buy gifts for her neighbor across the hall for the staff. We took other people to lunch when we took her out. One day when I came to visit, she asked if I could buy her a ball of string. I said, sure, and asked her why. Because she was creating these little gifts to give people who came to see her or take care of her so that she could give them a little something. So Tristan, she was stealing sweet love. But it's all for the good. taste. She was sure that all the sweet love could help someone. In that same vein, I think my mom also thought a coconut cake was part of her copay when she went to see the doctor. She did not like to go anywhere empty-handed without a gift or a treat to brighten someone's day. I believe it was those little thoughtful things that helped keep her with us now. I am hoping that trait is immortal. As many of you who have had a loved one in a nursing home, you know when you see your phone call and the phone number come up and it's the nursing home, you worry. You worry about the worst. Heartland was always very sensitive about this, starting each call with, "This is not an emergency." Over almost 6 years, there were many, many calls, and most of the time it was about a med change or a little scratch here and there. But please indulge me to share about a time when the director of nursing left me a message saying, "I'm calling to say that we're discontinuing your mother's support hose prescribed by the doctor because your mother says that they clash with her outfits." Also, the Saturday when Tristan, the head of Heartland, called me, left me a message saying that he had also left my husband a message, adding that he had been unusually called in on a Saturday and really needed to speak to one of us about Mom. Chills and fear gripped me. I braced myself for the worst, called him back. His voice was somber. And he proceeded to tell me that my mother and a new male resident were seen kissing on the front porch. When our family visited the next day, I needed to see this kissing man. And all I can say is that his remembrance and resemblance to my father Herman was breathtaking to me. And it was with complete and utter sincerity, not long after that in the nursing home at the age of 82, my mom told me that she didn't think she'd bother to marry again. It is here that I want to thank her caregivers from the bottom of our hearts, many who have become like extended family to us, from Tracy, Ashley, Audrey, Tristan, Stephanie, Heartland Hospice, and so many more. And our family loves and admires you and thanks you from the bottom of our hearts. Heartland became our home with Mom for almost 6 years. Mom liked her fashion, and she liked her hair to be done. Big shout out to Trelane Bell, who did her hair at Heartland and loved her so dearly and so well. My soul sister. Mom was quick to tell me or anyone when she thought we needed to, suck in your stomach and go put on some color. Once 3 years ago, we were at the hospital and she was recovering from some major surgery. In fact, we weren't sure she was actually worried. She was weak, but beckoning me back. I went over and took her hand and asked, what is it, Mom? Do you need something? Can I get you something? There were lots of false starts, and it was so effortful for her to speak. I really wanted to get it, because I was afraid it was the last thing. Gosh, it rhymes with, I'm trying to figure it out. Go put on some lipstick. I couldn't make this stuff up. So I'm actually wearing this outfit today in her honor because it's what I had planned to wear to David's huge holiday party for his company in December 16th. But that was the day Mom passed. Now, likely she would have told me to go ahead to the party. After all, why waste a good outfit? And she's in a better place. But needless to say, I missed the party. And though this is not necessarily what I would have worn to her service, boy, would she beam with pride knowing I didn't let it go to waste. I even have on some lipstick that I hope y'all can see. Immortal Mom. There were no strangers in the Poston home growing up, for better and sometimes for worse. She brought people in, fed them, nurtured them. She was also often a fashion consultant, attorney, baker, chef, hairdresser, expert on many subjects, family and marriage therapist, among many other things. In fact, I think I actually became a therapist from watching my mother practice without a license my entire life. She dished advice on every topic: the fit of your clothes, your marriage. Nothing, and I mean nothing, was off limits. Mom was our neighborhood's Oprah. Until the end of her life, she always asked about you all. Always. Have you seen anybody from the old times? Have you seen anybody from Park Circle? Have you seen anybody? Always. My mother loved her life. She loved her family. She loved her friends. I want to acknowledge the Allmans, the Mims, and Ramsey families. These friends especially made up our extended family. Mom feuded with us all. She pushed and inspired us. She absolutely prided herself in no one ever having to guess where she stood on any subject, and did as she pleased, again, for better or for worse. For example, my mom was the type of grandmother who loved having the grandchildren sleep over. When she took the kids, we parents would ask her one thing: please don't take them to McDonald's. Soon her house was filled with Happy Meal toys, which she actually genuinely purchased a display case for. And I swear, we have this. The grandchildren likely will fight over it. Who's going to get it? I almost brought it to show you today. I just hope you will believe me. Enough said. Immortal. Bert and I, Erin, Morgan, Savannah, Ben and her grandchildren, nieces, nephews, you already know that you have been fiercely loved. Fiercely loved. We all have. I hope that helps to sustain us through our lives. I want us to all remember her and her motto, the way she lived, which was to leave everything and everyone a little better than you found it. She certainly did, and I love her mama. I vow you will live on through me to the best of my ability.